Hey everyone, welcome to our deep dive into the waves of change in Manly's beachfront real estate. I'm Joseph, and in this series, we'll be peeling back the layers of luxury apartment sales to uncover what's really been happening over the past 25 years. Our mission? To study the data of oceanfront properties, revealing the true value of a square meter of living space in this slice of paradise. We've scoured the records, we've analysed the numbers, and we're ready to provide a comprehensive analysis thanks to the New South Wales Valuer General's extensive archives, which makes all this data readily available via their website. Stay with me as we decode the data, forecast what the tides of change might bring to the Northern Beaches real estate scene. Let's dive in. There's a new Australian dream emerging. Sun-drenched living with over 200 hot days of blue skies in Manly, where footsteps replace your car keys. The hum of the city meets the tranquility of the beach. Living in Manly is a dream where nature's your neighbour and the community's your friend, with the dream becoming a lifestyle. Diving deep into Sydney's beachfront scene, we've dissected 24 years of sales data for apartments in Manly, Freshwater, and Queenscliff. This isn't just a look back, it's a focused analysis on luxury living trends, giving you the insider view on the evolving tapestry of the Northern Beaches property market. Zooming in on the granularity of our data, 36 apartment complexes in Manly, 14 in Queenscliff, and 10 in Freshwater were all hand-picked to measure the true value of beachfront luxury by square metre. This meticulous collection is the foundation of our forecast, set to decode the vital signs of the market's trends. Manly. The green outline marks the data-rich waterside apartments we've analysed, showcasing the beach paradise. Manly also serves as a critical transport nexus with access to Sydney's City Metro via the ferry service. Delving into the robustness of our findings, Manly's annual sales data fluctuates between 10 to 50 properties per year. In years where sales soared, our statistical confidence peaks, assuring us of the trends we predict. Yet in quieter years, this confidence wanes, reflecting the natural ebbs and flows of the market combined with the hard limitation in inventory of apartments. By anchoring our analysis to the price per square metre internal, we lay a solid groundwork to compare a variety of properties. This approach strengthens the historical trend analysis, boosting the credibility and reliability of the mathematical model we are crafting. Polynomial regression analysis offers a precise lens into predicting property trends, which we have used for Manly, Queenscliff, and Freshwater's waterfront. By utilizing second-order polynomials, we've honed in a method that accurately captures both the immediate ripples and the overarching waves of the property market. Choosing a second-order polynomial regression, we've plotted Manly's beachfront unit prices, revealing a significant growth trend with an impressive 93% confidence level, charting a solid growth rate of 7.1% historically. The box and whisker plot transforms Manly's 24 years of property sales into a visual story. Notice how recent years show wider boxes and shorter whiskers. This tells us that the market is settling into a rhythm, with prices becoming more consistent even as numbers of sales continues to taper off. Delving into Manly's property patterns, we've seen yearly sales swing from 10 to 50 properties, painting a confident picture of the market. This pattern of reduced inventory coupled with fewer sales, yet escalating prices, weaves a dependable forecast showing how scarcity may fuel price surges over the next decade. With 47% of homes being owner-occupied and an average ownership duration of 12 years, we glimpse a community invested in longevity, further tightening the market supply and bolstering our projections. Freshwater, with its small town charm and laid-back beach vibes, offers a retreat from the city's pace, boasting expansive parklands, abundant open spaces, and a sense of community that stands in tranquil contrast to bustling Manly. Turning our gaze to Freshwater's sales over the last quarter century, the area's commitment to low density living naturally caps the number of available apartments, with our analysis showing a trend of a 25% decrease in sales volume roughly every 13 years. While annual sales numbers range from just 4 to 11, suggesting variability in predictability, one trend is clear. These waterfront properties are in an increasingly rare commodity. Freshwater's pricing trajectory, with an 89% regression accuracy, signals a historically steady annual growth rate of 6.4%. When compared with Manly's figures, Freshwater's value might seem a little more modest, but for those yearning for beachside living without the Manly premium, it's an undeniable fitting choice. Freshwater's Box and Whisker plot offers a visual journey through a quarter century of property sales. The lower number of yearly sales challenges our statistical confidence, yet an unmistakable pattern can be seen consistent upward growth in the third quartile's trend. Freshwater's property landscape has a similar steady decline in sales volume to Manly, yet prices continue to climb. The rarity of sales adds a layer of complexity to pinpointing outliers, yet the data is clear. With an average of 12 years home ownership and a 61% lean to owner-occupiers, this suggests a stable community with sustained demand. Despite fewer transactions, the value of Freshwater's beachfront lifestyle is unmistakably on an upward trajectory. Queenscliff Headland serves as a geographical borderline between Manly and Freshwater beaches. The area highlighted in light blue is where we've sourced our property data from. Queenscliff's sales volume reveals a pattern that echoes its neighbours' trends. Annual sales numbers range from 3 to 14 per year. This lean turnover draws a trend line with a 25% reduction every 2 decades, underscoring the rarity and exclusivity of Queenscliff's market. Queenscliff has fewer sales due to its limited apartment inventory, equating to a slightly less precise model. Yet with our confidence of 77.8%, our second order polynomial regression still charts a steady ascent. Over the last 25 years, we've witnessed a consistent climb from 10,000 per square metre to 30,000, marking a 5.7% compound annual growth return. While not as dynamic as Manly's surge, the peaks and valleys of Queenscliff's data hints at a market's responsiveness to new developments shaking up the pricing trendline. Exploring the unique character of Queenscliff's price, box and whisker plot, the data reveals a consistent upward motion. The trend is especially evident in the third quartile, where we're seeing values reach up to 35,000 per square metre, signaling a market that, while quiet, is moving steadily upwards. Queenscliff's recent analysis accumulates a clear picture. Over a decade of steady fast ownership, with more than half of the properties held by owner-occupiers. These figures not only underscore the area's stability and appeal, but also reflect a market where invested residents are shaping a steady and assured growth. A comparative graph of the 24-year price trends of Manly, Freshwater and Queenscliff can be seen. Manly's prices are on a sharp incline, hinting at a takeoff, while Freshwater maintains a steady climb. As sales become rarer, we will see if the same price pressure will affect Queenscliff and Freshwater, or if they will follow Manly's lead, driven by its market momentum. In data analytics, the quality of input fundamentally limits the quality of output, no matter the sophistication of the analysis. Integrating square meterage into our analysis brings a higher degree of precision, laying foundations for our historical trend analysis and empowers us with a predictive model that provides valuable foresight into future valuations. I'll now take you through the future valuation model. Using the regression formula from the three suburbs, a 10-year price valuation has been calculated and represented on the Amazing Maps technology by ArcGIS to visualize data and formulas. Now here what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the model and show you how it works. So to start with, we will pick an address, an apartment complex. I've got 4 examples for you today and we picked 2 here in Manly. So let's start with 129 Bauer Street. So we'll flick over here into ArcGIS and we will scroll down and we'll try and find that one building that we highlighted there, which is 129 Bauer Street. Perfect, that's the one we're looking for. So what we have here is we have 30 different valuations on different units within this apartment complex. Firstly, we have the unit number followed by the address. The second field is the internal floor space by square meter. We can see here that unit 19 has 90 square meters. We have the last sales year, which is 2001, at a price of $1,250,000, and we've converted that into the sales rate per square meter of the last sale. So in 2001, the going rate was $13,889 for this apartment. And with our regression formula, we predict that the sales rate per square meter in 2034 will be 79,000. So when we apply 79,000 to the internal floor space of 90, we get the 2034 sales valuation of $7.1 million. What we can do now is we can see that this is the first of 30 and we can start scrolling through. 23 is the same floor space, sold in the same year for a lot less. 7 has an astounding 220 square meters. It was sold in 2023 for $8 million. And we expect in 2034 for it to be worth $17.3 million. Unit 29 has 90 square meters and we think it'll be worth 7.1 in 10 years. And we'll just have a little flick through here and we can see that unit 31 last sold in 2018 for 3.1 million. And we expect in 10 years for it to be worth 8.85 million. So you can scroll through at your own leisure, but that's how it works. So our second example for our apartment complex 2, we have this one right here circled in red, and that is 7 South Stain. So we flick on over here to our ArcGIS map, and we line up and we find 7 South Stain, perfect. And then let's just go through the data. Unit 12, 94 square meters, sold in 2010 for $866,000. In 2034, we expect it to be worth $7.4 million. Unit 23, a staggering 188 square meters, sold in 2006 for $3.3 million. We expect in 10 years for it to be worth 14.8. Unit 24, 204 square meters, sold this year for $10 million. In 10 years, we expect it to be worth $6 million, at least. Have a little flick through, lots more numbers. 19, we expect it to be worth $6 million. This apartment block here is 7 Queenscliff Road, and we'll be using the regression formula of Queenscliff for these valuations. So what's going to be different is the price per square meter that we're applying to the square meters of the internal. So we'll find here 7 Queenscliff Road, perfect. We've got Unit 10 here, or Unit 12 here, 73 square meters. We believe in 10 years the price per square meter will be 55,362, which puts our 2034 valuation at 4 million for Unit 12. Unit 6, 54 square meters. In 10 years, we believe it will be just under 3 million. Unit 24, we will believe in 10 years it'll be 2.8 million. And Unit 16, we believe that the 67 square meters in 10 years will be worth 3.7 million. This one right here highlighted in purple, and this street address is 73 Evans Street. So if we flick back over in our model here and we scroll over to where it is, I think it's this one, 73. Perfect. So this is the apartment complex looking on the beachfront right here. We have 82 square meters, last sold in 2002 for 580,000, which represents a sales rate of 7,134 per square meter. In 2034, the sales rate per square meter is expected to be $45,306. So if we apply the rate to the amount of space that they have, we believe that Unit 20 will be worth 3.7 million in 10 years. Unit 4, 3.8 million in 10 years. Unit 12, sold this year, or last year, for 1.6 million. We believe in 10 years it'll be 3.8 million. This one here, Unit 21, is a lot smaller. It's 59 square meters. Last sold in 2022 for 1.6 million. We believe in 10 years it'll be worth 2.6 million. And we have some bigger ones here. Unit 24 has 102 square meters. It last sold in 2008 for 820,000. In 2034, we believe that it will be worth 4.6 million. And so you can scroll out here and you can see all these stars represent different apartment complexes which have 10-year valuations on them. As our journey through surf and sand of the property market, one thing is crystal clear. The sales volume in our beloved beachfront suburbs are more than just numbers. They tell a story of a market holding its breath. For the young beach enthusiasts dreaming of the seaside abode, align your vision to the heartbeat of Manly. Imagine a life where the ocean is your front yard and the city's hustle is just a ferry ride away. My advice? Let the waves replace the traffic, work locally, and live locally. Investors, cast your net in waters with potential. Keep a keen eye on Queenscliff, the hidden gem poised to mirror Manly's ascent as supply dwindles and demand surges. My forecast? Strong growth on the horizon, outpacing expectation. Freshwater is not just a location. It's a community, a tightly knit and self-sustained, a place where neighbours know each other by name and the lucky few become local legends. And then there's Manly Point, standing as a lighthouse for luxury, guiding market trends. The Headlands historic apartments have not just sold, but they've set precedents, charting course for future valuations along the coastline. Whether you're soaking in the sunsets from a Manly penthouse or sipping a morning espresso on your freshwater balcony, the Northern Beaches continues to offer a spectrum of splendor and investment savvy. It's not just about the view, it's about living the dream. I hope you've enjoyed this series as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. If you're ready to ride the wave of opportunity, or you've got stories of beachfront living to share, drop a comment below and tell me about it. Until our next adventure, keep chasing horizons and making your beachfront dreams a reality. This is Joseph, signing off.